Hey, it's Friday night, 7:30. You are with the Whiskey Roundtable, and we are your hosts.
Big G.
Karen Bigby.
What? Okay.
Big B?
Yeah.
Yeah, because lately, Big B. Trust me.
All right.
Bourbon Bob.
There you go.
I don't even know how to go on this one. Ralph Sidecar.
All right.
All right.
Sidecar. Where you been, bro?
Doing my Buffalo thing.
Doing your Buffalo thing. What's up, people?
I said, I'm surprised you came in today because didn't you get a lot of snow? He was like, yeah, just 2.5 feet. I was like,
Santa gave me a little ride, you know. It was like
That's it.
in his sleigh and his little reindeer.
Yeah. Yep. Old Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, good old Santa.
yeah.
Santa Claus.
So welcome
Little
to
bit more
the
for Santa
season
Claus.
finale.
more for Santa Claus.
Got it.
Joris, hey there, hey there.
Joris.
Karen Burns says, hey, Ralph.
Ralphie.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, but she wished Jimmy a happy holiday.
Yeah.
Go Jim. She knows the
Kiss
ranks.
ass, Karen. See how you are? Didn't you all miss me?
We did.
Oh, certainly.
We had some bumps. We had some turmoil, but we got through it. It is much better when there's the three.
What was her name again?
Greg's like,
Wow.
if you don't leave for a long time, how am I gonna know I miss you? You weren't gone long enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
and
yeah.
Karen says you too, Bob. I don't know what that means, but she said it. So tonight is the big 2024 season finale show.
Yep.
We are really excited to be bringing everybody this one tonight. We're going to kind of do a recap of what we did this year. And at the end of every show, as long as it was a bourbon or an American whiskey,
Yep.
we added it to the infinity bottle. And so that's going to be our bottle for tonight. We do have a second bottle because Up North,
Up north.
Up north. Who's on the road right now?
who is
On
on
the
the road
road.
right now, be careful driving. He did his own infinity bottle.
Yes, it is.
So we've got the Whiskey Roundtable one, obviously, is the one on my left, your right, and then Rob's Up North's is the real pretty one with the gargoyle on it.
In the Vaughn Payne.
Sort of looks
bottle.
like him, doesn't it?
Bon Pain
It
bottle.
looks like him a little.
Only when you're trying to shake his cheese, then that's it.
looks
He
like
gets
his
a
first
little.
wife is what it looks like.
Aw.
Not the current one.
I mean, minus the wings, but
And now it's like this. Last year and this year, Von Payne put out a straight bourbon as opposed to one that was black currant finished right around Halloween. And I was not able to acquire a bottle of that because those went really, really fast, or I would have got one of those.
yeah, I didn't. Even,
Because they had a different gargoyle. They had gargoyles with red eyes. And then the new bottles are coming out with a different gargoyle with a bigger mouth and a different stance. So they're starting to do the collector series of the gargoyles.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I just seen a guy that did his hot rod, and he made the gargoyle. Because I don't know if you've had that bottle or not, anybody. But that top is a pour spout, and the bourbon pours out of the mouth of the gargoyle. With this guy in his hot rod, he put it on his hood as his windshield squirters.
Oh,
So as he's
cool.
driving down the road, he can make the gargoyle spit onto his windshield.
Awesome.
Just a little fun fact.
Hey, just want to give a shout out, Rick Latkovich
Yay.
from
Yay.
Massachusetts.
What's up?
Woo!
Hey,
He is a working fool, Rick.
Is he?
Yeah. Thanks for watching the show, bro. Nice to see you. Hope you get home before the holiday.
Does he live here or does he live in
Yeah,
Massachusetts?
He's one of the guys from the Royal Havana.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
He's fixing all the imaging equipment.
Correct.
X-rays.
Good guy.
All that other good stuff.
Awesome.
He likes hanging out with us every once in a while.
we got a full house out in the audience over there. We got Cheese Man and Robert and Chips and longtime absence of Gooch.
Gooch. Magooch.
He's married now,
He's
ladies.
married now.
Yeah, he tied the noose.
And we have Bruna in the audience.
And Bruno's wandering around, so if the camera tips,
Yep. Rob is driving home. So where's he?
he's in
Nebraska.
Oklahoma.
Nebraska?
I was in Colorado.
Colorado.
Colorado?
He was out there.
He was out there.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So what else is going on, kids? How's
So,
everybody's week? That's what I want to know.
Well, we had a good time at the Bourbon Co-op bottle share.
We good?
They raised over $31,000 for their charity.
Wow.
A place for you.
Most ever.
Most ever for any kind of fundraiser they've done, and everybody just did a hell of a job at that event. The food was off the chain. That bourbon salmon. Oh man,
Michael did a great job.
Michael
on
did a
that.
fabulous job on that. Shout out to you on that one, brother.
Yeah, Mike's very good.
The raffle ran quick and good. It was very well organized. There was a couple hiccups, but they did a great job with it.
It was almost like a professional run event. The
Yeah.
Cleveland Bourbon Co-op moderators, admins, they did a great job. So
And there was, and kid you not, they had that bar. How long was that bar? 20-foot bar.
Yeah, 20 foot.
That,
I think it was a little more than 20 foot.
yeah, it was. But I mean, that section that they had for the bottle share had to be
Yeah.
20,
Oh, yeah.
20 feet of bottles, 5 bottles deep.
Yep.
It was amazing, and there was like I think seen 2 duplicates. But I mean, that was it. So I mean, there was a lot of good bottles to try.
It was.
yeah, that was awesome. And unfortunately, I think I tried a little too much because I haven't drank really in like the last couple of months. So hit me a little hard, I think, just a little.
But yeah, so a shout out to the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op for another great event. Look forward to
I'm
next
shocked.
year's. So
Just for y'all out there watching today, so we're pre-gaming. So we have a Buffalo Trace bottle. You say, well, everybody can get a Buffalo Trace bottle. But this one has a seal on it, so that's a Buffalo Trace single barrel. And it drinks nothing like a regular Buffalo Trace bottle. Fantastic. So, very good stuff. So that's what we're pre-gaming with. And,
And where is that one from? Because I know you have the
This is
single
Quality
barrels.
Liquors in San Diego,
Okay.
California. So I get them from all over the place. But,
Awesome.
oh, yeah.
So,
Karen is also saying hi to Kurt and Bruna.
And the
She doesn't
same
want.
thing.
She doesn't want to leave anybody out.
And the same thing.
aw,
Oh, that boo-boo.
she's so
I know how I
excited
read. I'm
because
with
there's
the
people
dog. I
here.
get it.
That's what I was gonna say. With the dog.
So, Greg, I'm going to turn it over to you because if you want to do this now,
What do you wanna do?
the big announcement that you.
Yeah, we could talk about that.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's get it out there now. Let's just get it done. So,
Your
Well,
sex change operation, Jimmy said.
Whoa!
yeah, my wiener's twice the size.
But his breasts are succulent.
I only tripped over it twice, but that's all right. I was just getting out of the tub too. So anyway, we won't talk about it.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Joris says, I have one too, and it's amazing. What, Joris?
Doris, where are you going with this?
that timing was all wrong. I don't know what you're talking about, but.
He's probably talking about the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Boo Boo, go upstairs.
Who's
Go
here?
on.
Go see.
Go see who's here.
Go on. Go get him.
Go on.
Now,
Fight-
everybody's
fight
in.
today.
Good
Fight today.
girl.
Okay, now you left
Okay.
everybody hanging on this
So,
great
yes.
announcement that
All right,
we have.
great announcement. We did the Kentucky thing, and we have our own bourbons. So Dark Arts is what we picked. So Dark Arts is in Ohio, if you can find it, but in a lot of other places as well. It's a new distillery, and we picked our own bottles. So the stuff that goes on the shelves for the liquor stores, ours is different. So we've been selling it. We just started selling it, especially because it's the holidays, and we're doing real well with it. And we're just going to keep moving on. And it was a hell of a ride, so to say. I don't want to get involved because I'll be talking for the next 3 hours. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, anybody that is local and would like to purchase, because you can't get them, they were off the shelf in a week. So the bottles that we have are a little bit different. And long story short, if anybody here in Northeast Ohio would be looking for any of those bottles, come see me.
Well, it's a bottle that's finished in a Tajari barrel.
Tzatziki,
Tajari.
Tzatziki,
It's a special
It's a
special wood,
right?
and it's just a fabulous product. Greg had a blast going down there doing that. My daughter got married that weekend, or I would have been able to go down there too. But Greg's got a lot of stories to tell, and it was really hard to keep him stifled on those stories during the time, because that was right before Thanksgiving. Oh, that was a Memorial Day weekend, and he kept wanting to say. But so we got the bottle is amazing. is just fantastic. It was a great adventure for
It
you,
was,
and hopefully it's not going to be the last one that we're going to do.
correct.
So,
So Karen is saying selling where, just reach
Just-
out to us.
yep.
We've got our whiskey roundtable at gmail.com. If you know our phone numbers, reach out to us directly,
Yep.
and we'll work on it. So it's very limited, so it's not like it's
Correct.
yeah, we have under
Enough
100
to go
under
around.
100 bottles. Well, we have less than that now. I think but we're under 100 bottles, so they're going really quick.
They are going quick, and I like the product. It's a great bourbon. It's a blended bourbon, but it's still a great bourbon, and it's a good bottle.
And it was one of those for being a new distillery. We both fell in love with it right off the
Sure,
bat,
Sure.
and it came into Ohio, went off the shelves immediately, and we were really pleased because we had already done the pick at that time when the bottle was released, and it literally flew off the shelves, and it was like we did something right.
So we're being asked if we have one to showcase. I don't know if we have one down here.
Not yet.
You want to run upstairs?
Yeah.
You know where it is?
Yep.
Oh,
You want one with?
why don't you grab your bottle? Bring your signature bottle down.
All right.
Oh,
So
look at that. Ralph walked by the camera. He didn't knock it over.
Holy cow!
wow, he's better than Bob.
Wow.
That's what I like about the last show of the years. It's just kind of relaxing, and it takes a lot to put this together, believe it or not, and it takes a lot. You got to clean it up after the end of the day, but anyway, it takes time. So you got history to do. You got to do all your chords. You have to get the camera set up. You got to do all that stuff, the lighting, all that stuff. It takes a couple hours to put this together.
Well, I was going to say, you could take that right up to
Yeah,
the
you can
camera,
take the
too.
rest.
I'll let you do
Well,
that.
well, and not only that, but I mean, Greg and Karen opened their house up for us to come in and do this, and always give us a good meal and show us some great hospitality. So, a big thank you to Greg and Karen for all this, also. Yay! That was everybody should applaud. Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll let
so,
everybody touch that. That's his bottle. He paid for it.
so yes, thanks for sharing.
No, take that back. Take that. I mean, just roll it back.
Ah, Big G even signed it too. Look at that.
Wow.
The signature Big G pick, man.
Signature bottle.
Brown noser.
What was that bottle? The wood on that one?
It's worth about $4,000 right now.
So what
anybody
is,
just contact me.
since you have that in front of you, what's the proof on that, actually? Because I think it's a little higher proof.
120,
110 on this one.
120.
Yeah, it's 110, but it does not drink like 110. It's got there's some sweet notes in it.
Age 7.5 years. Mm-hmm. And you guys aren't getting any of it, so just so you know.
Take that back.
I'll just leave it.
That's the Big G pick. The first one was his honor to do, and I could not be happier that he got a chance to do that.
Yeah, we got it done. It was fun. We're just about out of stickers. We're getting some more this week, so that's all good. And we're gonna I'm gonna label them all. I'm just gonna label them all. Be done.
So that's one of, well, probably our biggest announcement.
Correct.
For
Yeah, that was-
what's
that was-
What
coming
we've
up.
been talking about for the last 4 or 5 months. 4 months?
It's been a while. I mean, you went back in what?
Memorial
end of
Day.
Summer?
Memorial Day?
Yeah,
Labor-
October 3rd.
Labor?
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
That's what I was trying to say. Labor Day. wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Labor Day. So basically, for 1, 2, 3, 4 months.
September 3rd, yeah.
Yep.
But we've got a lot in the works for next year
We
as
do.
well. We're working on having some interviews with more distillers. If we're lucky enough to get Rob Dietrich back from Blackened.
That's probably going to happen, but I just know for a fact that after the first of the year, Metallica is back on the stage, so to say.
Tour.
Yeah, they're going to be in Columbus too, and we're trying to find a way that we could do something with them.
They have something going on. We'll have that chat. Me and you'll have that
Right.
chat. Is because they're coming to Columbus.
Sonic Temple.
Sonic Temple. So we're trying to find some tickets. Wink, wink. So
Right.
anyway.
But there's just going to be so much to
I
do.
know where you can pregame.
Well, they're talking about a
pregame.
whole bunch of places.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. So
So yeah,
So
so
anyway.
when Tommy gets back in town, then we'll figure all that out, but, that's why I said to Tom, if we can get this done for Kurt, I would like to have that done.
Right.
Yeah,
So let's get into the year in review because we could talk. Oh, you got one more
I
thing to
have
do.
One
All right.
more announcement that we have been talking about in the works, and it is on the website because we did start planning this a little bit earlier this year, and we are talking about starting the first annual Whiskey Roundtable golf outing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not actually a golf outing. We're going to be at a
Putt-putt
putt-putt
golf
course
course.
because that's the extent of our golf
Excellent.
expertise.
Right.
All right, so don't hang on to that, just so y'all say.
Yeah,
Y'all
we're
know.
gonna try to put something together with that.
So Charlie that owns the putt-putt golf course is ill right now,
Oh well.
and he's gonna be ill for a while.
Well, like I said, we're gonna try to put something together. It's something
So
in the
we want
plans.
to do this, but, you know,
We'll see what happens.
So if you guys have a favorite putt-putt course around here or an inn, let us know. We want to interview a couple places.
And if y'all have ideas,
Yeah.
what can we
What
do?
would you like
What's
to
some
see?
fun things we like to get out and about and meet everyone. So
Because we had some fun at the couple of times that we went out. We went to Schnitzel this last year. We had a good time doing that. We'll probably go back and visit them again.
yeah, they want us to come back. for sure.
You know, to showcase them a lot, and just like Karen was saying, a couple distilleries we want to go with. There's some couple real close around here that we want to do, and if Kurt gets his man cave together, we can go do a show from his man cave.
It'd just be you and him.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. Me, him, and a couple of lawn chairs.
Maybe one of Corey's
I'm
dogs,
there
maybe.
for you.
You do have a pull-up on.
oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh God.
That's funny. So Bob, you were getting into
Yeah.
it. We wanted to kind of recap the year in review.
Yeah.
So just want to throw it out there to my co-hosts, Quartz, Pores, here. What are some of your favorite memories? Greg, why don't you? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh, see me first, huh? Okay. There's a whole bunch of stuff about some of the things that, I'm always about the scroll. So, even though I'm the guy, so to say, for the show, I like to what are you laughing at?
But
What are you laughing at?
my face, I went.
Okay. So,
She likes looking at herself on camera.
you all have things to do. I just hang out and watch the clock. Okay. So, but anyway, long story short, I love the scroll. There's a lot of fun things that go on in the scroll, and during the good months, so to say, because we have all the seasons, if you will, the weather. So anyway, long story short, I like all the stuff that the scroll brings to the Whiskey Roundtable, and then they become friends on the scroll, and then
Oh, yeah.
talk about all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's some funny stuff that goes on there, and the whole 9 yards, and it just that's why I always pull in and say, look what's on the scroll, or what's on the scroll, what's on the scroll, just because we have that time where it gives us a little bit to relax when I bring up the scroll, because people are readjusting as well. So that's a cool thing, and it's just a lot of fun. So that's one of the things I really enjoy with the Whiskey Roundtable.
Yeah, and for the couple of days that you weren't on the show and I got to run it, I have a new appreciation for what you do here. We had some technical glitches because you weren't here, but it was all learning curve. But it does take all of us to run the show. It does take a little bit of effort to do something like this on a weekly basis, and it is a labor of love because it is fun. This has been probably a life-saving grace.
I found my
Oh, he found his device.
yeah, it was right in my pocket.
Good Lord.
Yikes.
All right, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, Bob.
No, you're
I
fine.
was rude. I
No, you were
apologize.
not. You were fine.
So,
But yeah, this has been a really saving grace for me over the last year. I've had a blast being the third co-host. You guys really, really helped a lot. This has been an amazing year. I met a lot of great people. We did a lot of great things. You guys gave me some creative freedom, and I've had a blast with it.
It's been fun.
So I'm going to drink to you guys.
Cheers, bitches.
Cheers.
Just-
Cheers.
I mean, I never thought I'd have friends named Cheese, Chips, and Gooch.
Chips,
Not in that order.
sidecar.
Oh my goodness, it just hit me.
Uh-oh.
Cheese, chips, and gooch. Cheese said not in that order.
There you go.
Never mind. It's okay, honey. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Um,
Sometimes it's better not to know.
It bounced off the forehead.
he loves not to know.
I love not to know.
Chris Rock
What you
reference.
talk about, Willis?
Lawrence Schaefer said he really liked the Rye Whiskey Show because Rye was one of his Gramps' favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks it's an acquired taste, but I love rye whiskey.
Rye whiskeys are great.
Yeah, rye.
I'm a
I
rye
mean,
guy.
the Lightning Rye, I think, was probably our best bottle
Yep.
of the year on as far as the ryes go. I like that one a lot. But that Windsor, what was it, Canadian?
Fortnite.
No, what was that Canadian Windsor rye that we had? Was that because we did that? It was a real inexpensive.
The $20 bottle.
Was it?
Green bottle. Green
Yeah.
label.
No, what are you talking?
Yeah, but
you
we
talking about the
Canadian.
the Canadian.
Canadian, the rye.
Yeah, the Canadian
that
rye.
What is it? The bottle.
Canadian Club.
Canadian Club.
Oh,
Yeah.
but we didn't do a show on that.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
The
don't I
Canadian
have
Club
that in
rye
my
was
notes?
nice.
For like, how much are the bottles?
Like
now?
26
$20
bucks.
20
20
bucks.
bucks. And those competed with the 10 top. Ain't that something?
They're good.
Yeah, they were.
Very good.
That was a good one. But I mean, of those two
And
bottles,
people always snooker at me. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
that was one that you did. You brought that one in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a decent rye.
Those one of the things back in the day has nothing to do with the whiskey roundtable, but when I went to hang out with some guys that were driving Mercedes and all the other bullshit, I come in my white pickup truck, I sit down, and I bring my Jim Beam Black,
Jim B. Black.
and they all were busting my chops.
Yep.
They're like, "Oh, I couldn't afford it." Da, da, da. And I really didn't know the guys. I was a good friend of mine that brought me in there.
I remember
Whole
it.
9 yards and
Yep.
that whole story.
Yep.
And at the end of the day,
The bottle
they
was
killed
gone.
that bottle.
They
The
killed it.
guys killed that bottle. They're like, "Oh my god, how much did you pay for that?"
Yep, that was
I'm
good.
like, $19.99,
Yeah.
bitch.
That was good. Jim Beam had a
$100
good product.
bottles. I'm like, hey,
Still my favorite. You can't.
price
find it.
doesn't dictate quality. But,
Nope.
But speaking of that, we did the Jim and Jack
We
debate.
did the Jim and Jack.
That was a good show. I enjoyed
It
that
was.
one.
It
That was fun, and
That was a lot of fun.
I know I changed teams on that time. I went to Jim Beam on that one because I got a new appreciation for it. But I did enjoy that show a lot.
Yep, that was a good time.
I'm going to throw it back to our very first show of the season.
Yeah.
When we had Ray from Rayon Cognac.
Sure.
And that's how we got in touch with Joris and became
Right.
such good friends with him. So,
I remember that.
Ray and his, John? No.
No, Ron.
Ron.
Ron, excuse me.
Ray and Ron.
Ray
Yep,
and
Ray
Ron.
and Ron were
I
here.
always get it mixed up. No disrespect, Ron. But yeah, I mean, we met. So when they were first putting their product out, when Rayon were doing their thing, the Reverend, he calls me, and it's a winter night. It's a Saturday. No, it was a Friday, and he called me. He goes, "Gee, you got to come out here," and it's like a friggin' storm. And I'm like, dude, it's like 8 o'clock. He's like, you got to get out of here, blah, blah, blah. You got to meet these two guys, just please, please. So I'm like, okay, so I truck out there. So here they're doing their cognac, right? So for a penny, you get this little plastic cup and you can sample it. Well, so here's me, like a hit of Coke.
Ah.
I can't get nothing out of it, blah, blah, blah. So I taste it. I still can't get it because it's like not enough, because they won't give it to you to the full glass, So finally I throw down like $3. And I said, fill these up.
In a normal fashion.
Here's this big white guy talking to these two black gentlemen. I'm going, you're doing it all wrong, guys. So we're doing our deal, blah, 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 this and that. And so we had a great time. And our relationship
Yep.
went together with, blah, blah, blah. And they were spot on. We still talk to this day. Great guys.
Yep. They
So
were-
we sat down. I said, because it was getting dark and getting late in the evening. So they, shut it all down, and we were just gonna hang out there, and I said, all right, guys, sit down, I'm gonna tell you, what we're gonna do. And he's like, they're like, what do you got? And I said, you ever heard of a Glencairn glass? And he said, no, what is that? So I show him the picture on my phone. I said, this is what you need for, if you're gonna go knock on people's door, you make sure you have at least a 6-pack of these glasses. So I said, matter of fact, I'll tell you what. And this was right around now, Christmas time. It's like right around now. So I turned around and I said, what's your address? Somebody give me an address. So I send them out 2 boxes, 12 Glencairn glasses. I send them out, and I said, this is where, when you go sample to anybody, pull that Glencairn glass out, pour that in there, let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes, and then let them try it. That's how you're going to sell your product. So anyhow, I did. Now fast forward, here we are. Now I'm not taking it because I did this for them. I didn't do it for them. I just wanted them to have the right utensils. Does that make sense? So I did all that, and that's what they use now.
It makes all the difference.
It does make all the difference.
Huge difference.
So last time when they came our first show, so Ron was here and Ray was here, and I had some cigars for Ray like from 3 years ago, right? So anyway, long story short, I said, "You still smoking them cigars?" He goes, "Gee, I haven't had them cigars in a long time." I said, "Well, here I got a pack of 5 of them." So I give him a thing of cigars, Ray. He's like, "Oh man, thanks, blah." And I said, "Did you get?" He goes, I said to Ron, "Did you get your Glencairn glasses?" He goes, "No, Ray took them. He don't even give me any money." So yeah, I said, "So here's me." And I said, he goes, "I have 1 or 2 at home, but I have like 3 or 4 guys want to come over. We hang out. We go to people's houses, this and that." So I said, "Listen, Ron," I said, "I have a pack of Glencairn glasses that were my father's, and I said I want you to have these glasses and don't give them away to anybody." So he was like, he kind of got a little wet, but he was respectful of that, and it was nice. It was nice. It's always nice to give. Always nice to give, And it was a good time. We had another great show with them. Those guys are
They're good
wonderful
people.
guys.
They're very good
They're
people.
Great people, absolutely.
Yep.
Wonderful people.
Yep,
So,
definitely. That's
yeah.
one of the.
They're good at product too.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
product.
the product. Non-blended. They're the only cognac that is not blended. The only one in the United States, or actually all the other countries.
And speaking of which, and we dropped a lot of knowledge on people this year too. I mean, I learned a lot.
Right.
You know,
I learned a lot.
We had some excellent guests this year that just literally blew my mind with some of the stuff that they did.
We did.
Ray on with their stuff.
Sure.
Rob Dietrich for one, that Blackened
Rob-
show.
yeah, Rob did a
Can't
great
say
show.
enough about
Can't
that
say
show.
enough about that show. I mean, he was just a consummate guest. Seriously, just wanted to chat and talk about the whiskey and what he's doing, what he's got going on. Gave us some good tips and tricks on how to do things, and I still know that he wanted to smell that skunk piss.
We could have talked to him for
Oh God,
hours
we
and
did talk to him
hours.
for freaking hours. What are you talking about?
But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
For a
And
15-minute podcast.
Yeah, for 15 minutes. Yeah, we had him on.
I only want to be on for 15 minutes, and 3.5 hours later.
And I wasn't here, and I was watching that thing, and I was just engrossed in it because everything he said then morphed into something else, that went into something else, that went into something else that you didn't know about. That how much is involved in just, everyone just said, oh, they put it in a bottle. They
Right.
don't realize all the testing and the failures and all that. Oh, that was okay, but we decided to do this. So we
People
decided
think
to
you
do.
just push a button.
Same with cigars.
Right.
So then you had the cigars coming through, and they said, well, we wanted something to match what you're drinking. And when you put them together, it was a great blend.
Right.
And people don't realize there's a lot to it. They go, oh, you just have
Pretty
this,
close,
you know.
It really is.
That's
and
another.
with the Blackened, the way that they do the bottles and they have the different playlists.
Yeah.
And that's how they distill or age them to the different playlists of the Metallica music. It was such a cool story to hear all of that and how you can actually get that bottle and look to see what that playlist
And
was.
actually play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ralph brought up a good point, like the cigars and stuff. We had some great cigar guests between Jake and Tom
Yeah,
and
Dave?
Dave.
Dave,
I
Dave
mean,
did a great. Dave always does a
and-
great job.
and those rums that he brought were amazing. I mean, I know we're a whiskey show, but man, we had to spread out, and we did the rum, we did the beer at Schnitz, and
Yeah, that was fun.
well, I mean, you just got to shake it up every once in a while. And some of those, the when we have the guests on the show, I think
love
those
the
are my
guests on
favorite
the show.
shows.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. with that.
And even if the guest is Jimmy doing the scotches or Kurt sitting in,
Or
it's
sidecar.
or sidecar, and sidecar's been noticeably quiet tonight, which we've been thankful for.
Can't get a word in edgewise.
Cheese
really
has
tough.
his hand up over there.
Yeah, cheese.
I don't think
We got cream
I don't
cheese.
think we can go without mentioning the Bullet pre-made beverages
That-
because that was a lot of trouble.
That
When you
was
drink pre-made beverages that are 75 proof, that can get you in trouble. And it almost
Did
got
it?
me in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! And it was just
Shocking.
the three of us that night that
Yeah.
did the show.
Who followed him home?
I did.
You followed.
Oh, that's right. You were
Yeah,
here for
yeah,
that. I'm sorry, Bob.
No, that's all right. I'm easily forgotten.
Yeah. no.
Someday we made cheese pair, bourbon and cheese.
No, I don't.
That sounds like Rob's job.
That sounds like a curdling.
That's all on Rob, man.
Up north.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Write
Up
that
north,
down.
the Norton guy.
Whiskey
No, but
and
that-
cigars, beer and cheese.
But that brings up a good
Wine
good
and
point.
cheese.
What you were saying is that the pre-made cocktails. I mean, why are they not on the every catering list's bar menu? The old fashioned and the Manhattan. Most people would like an old fashioned or a Manhattan. Those pre-made ones were amazing.
I liked
So-
when oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought. About Rob. What the hell was it? Well, I remember the first time he was on the show. I remember that, and he had his Woody outfit on.
I beg your pardon?
His Woody.
Oh, he dressed. Yes,
Yeah,
in his
the Flanner.
flannel.
Red
Red Flanner.
Yeah.
Red Grange.
We talked about all that. That was funny. I like having Rob on the show. I do.
Up north. Up
Sometimes,
north.
yeah. So and then let's be realistic. There was times where we didn't really have anybody on the show, and then
The scroll kept us going.
Scroll kept us going, and then so here's Cheese Man. He's all like, he goes, nobody on the show. I said, yeah, you are. Sit over here. So,
Yeah.
So he would always fill in if we didn't have anybody.
The token cheese man.
Cheese Man, exactly right. But I tell you what, he really did good shows.
He did a good job.
Really did good shows.
That's why you.
Everybody-
I
you-
mentioned toilet paper at one time.
What's
Oh,
what's
yeah.
it called? Wachatui that you drink?
Right? Mapatui.
Wapatui. You ask about Wapatui sometime on the show.
Oh my goodness.
He actually was published on Wapatui.
No,
It's actually in a magazine.
He's giving the high sign.
Is that like Hawk 2?
Sweet.
Before it was
Oh man. So all right. So I mean, we've had a lot of great guests, a lot of great shows.
Yeah.
What was a favorite?
Oh man, there's so many.
I couldn't pick.
There's so many.
I couldn't pick. It's so hard. I agree with what you said about the guests being on the show. I think the guests make the show.
They do.
And
I'd rather do guest shows than actually.
I
do
would
the show.
too. I would too, because it's so educational.
Yeah.
I'm more of an observer at that point when we have a guest come on
Yeah.
versus doing the show.
Right.
And I learn a lot more that way. Like I said, you can't say enough about the Blackened show that we did. It was just by far, if you go on our YouTube page, that's our featured video. The Schnitzel live show, everything that went into that show, putting that together.
That was fun with Bronca walking in and just giving us food like she were in her kitchen.
Get your glass.
I mean, that was great. I mean, and Goran and his ziggy zuggy, oi oi oi. So we,
that was awesome.
it was a bit of a train wreck, but we had so much fun with that. I mean, that was one of the best live shows. We just could go. What are you dinging over there? We're in charge of the kindergarten
Half
now.
hour ago, Cheese Man comes over and pours a drink and goes sits down. It's still sitting there.
I wondered whose that was. Would you like it?
Sidecar, could you give your pal a little help over there?
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
That's my Ralph.
That's our Ralphie. So, Ralph, so would you say the Blackened show is your favorite?
Yeah, that was down my alley because I wanted to find out all the mechanics of what he was doing and what his thinking was behind it. And there's so much going on that he would get the one project, then find out what it did, and it'd come up to something else. He was always going into something different. And I could understand where you'd go. I said, when does he have the time to do all this?
What I loved about that show is when Sidecar was sitting here, because we watched that show, we taped that show on a Wednesday, and then we all came here Friday to watch it.
Right.
And Sidecar was here, and he's just leaning into the camera, into the TV, just trying to absorb everything. He kept leaning. I missed half the show because I was looking at his ear.
Hold on.
Too funny.
Yeah, that was something for me. That was pretty cool, and the pairing and listening to the cigar, and then listening to the bourbon and the whiskey and going back and forth and what they were doing. Some of it, is gimmick, I call it, and I go, well, okay, it worked, but it's a good gimmick. And if it did work, the science, but he had science backing it, which said, okay, that's pretty cool, because he said, well, you think, and well, we proved it.
All right.
Which was cool. So I was like, he came up with and he said, well, we're going to try. And he said, let's try this. And how many people go, let's try it, and comes out with it,
Right.
And that's where a lot of stuff comes through and does it.
Well, let's not forget about some of the places that we went. I mean, we were hanging out at Westall's on Wednesdays on the patio. Royal Havana Cigar
Right.
on Wednesdays. Oh, it was Tuesdays for the Westall's and Wednesdays.
Yeah, Tuesday, and then Wednesday
Yeah.
would be at Royal.
Yeah, we got Robert over here on the show with the Tullamore Dew show, I think that was, or was that the
No.
week after?
McKenna.
The McKenna show we did, but we had you on the scroll because we met you at Royal Havana, and you started interacting with us on the scroll, and then you ended up being on the show. Tell us about how you put a ladder up to the house and to get into the ladder to get into the house. So mom and
Well, since you mentioned it, so what does DO stand for?
oh, I don't remember, but I know it was the guy's name. It was
Daniel Edmund Williams.
Desmond, yeah, yep.
Daniel Edmund Williams. How about you, Greg? What was your favorite
My favorite one.
show?
Well, you asked that question earlier. There was a lot of great shows. There really was a lot of great shows. If you go, of course, we're not going to do it, or if you want to do it, you can.
Nah.
But at the end of the day, I would say we had some tough shows, so to say. Schnitzel was a very crazy.
That was a
deal.
crazy
It was,
night.
but at the end of the day, that is that's their history. You know what I'm saying? So, I wasn't at that point. In the middle of doing their show, I remember this clear as day, and the food comes onto the table, and all this stuff comes onto the table. At that point, I knew that I couldn't hold them back any longer, so to say. Where basically I'm like, I lost the show. I literally lost the show.
Goran?
Thinking that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Goran too. We're ziggy zocking. We're doing all this, the stuff that we always do off camera, if you will.
Yeah.
We're doing the
times.
same
There was
thing, right?
there was no filter.
There was no filter. We're having a great time. Blah blah blah. At the end of the day, and I just leaned back. I just leaned back, and I just watched it all go on.
The poor Igor and Jerome were trying to keep control. I mean,
They're trying to get. Yeah, you're right. We're doing our whole thing, but at the end of the day, that we're talking about a family, a great family that did it right and became U.S. citizens, and they're very successful people, very smart people, and very giving people. They're
Very
just
good
great
people, yeah.
So at that point, you can't. I mean, I was trying to be professional just for what it was for, if that makes sense to you, the brewery and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, it became a good day, meaning that our rates were up and all this other stuff. So it was a winner chicken dinner, so to say. But you know what? So that was a very unique thing that we did. But it was funny. We're just like, all right, you know what? I lost the show. Let's let them go, man.
You had to just let it go.
Just like it normally
We
is.
make big part.
I said
We make big parts here.
Everything that I was worried about, and I was thinking to myself, like after I sat back and crossed my arms, I'm like, we do this every time we get together. So
Yes, we do.
why am I? We're just going to do what we
Take
do.
it
right?
over to the restaurant. That happened all the time. I
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
God,
Oh, my God.
People would go, you mind if we do this? Oh, no, go ahead. They're eating dinner. It's like anarchy.
It was
You know, and you know, we would be remiss if we did not mention our sponsors
Yeah,
on this show because, you know, with the help of their sponsorship, we were able to do a lot of the things that we did this year. The bottle collaboration helped with that. You know, going out and do the events. The guys supplying us with cigars.
Right.
Lisa keeping my hair coiffed when I go there.
Me too.
But I mean,
Oh my goodness.
our sponsors, I can't thank you guys enough.
Yes. Absolutely.
We look forward to having you guys next year, hopefully. If we didn't offend you.
So we have the names on there yet or no?
Yeah, I
Okay,
just put it up. I
why
took
don't
it
you,
back down again.
Oh,
You
no,
want me to put it back
yeah,
up again?
We
Yeah.
gotta give them props. We gotta give them
Okay, so
props.
we've got the Schnitzel Brewery, Real Havana Cigars, Rayon Cognac, Johnny's Grill and Pizzeria, Downtown Westall's, The Experience Barber and Shave Company, Village Martini, Rawhide Firearms, and we do have others that are not on here. B and B
Yeah.
Firearms. Did I say that right?
Yeah. You talking about Karen and Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got Cleveland Bourbon Co-op. So, you know, I
Restaurant
do the
Greek.
website, so I
Simply
don't get to
Greek.
put
Simply
all
Greek.
of the different ones on here, but I'm working for it. Yes, Simply Greek.
Yeah, I've got Simply Greek on there, so we thank you guys a whole lot from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much for your support, as well as the viewership, guys. Thank you very much for that.
So.
But
go ahead.
I'm thinking we should do the infinity
Get into
bottle
the
because
bottle. we have all night.
yeah, we could keep going and going and going. But I mean, people tuned in to
I
see
haven't
this
looked at
infinity
that
bottle.
clock yet.
I did a couple of times, but I want to get into that infinity bottle. It's
Our
been
last day, man. Let's do it.
it's been teasing me for a while, and I'm ready for it.
All right, kids.
Well, why don't you do that? And does anyone in the crowd have any other things that they while you're getting that
Anything,
bottle
yeah,
ready?
anything you guys want to bring?
Yeah,
up?
you guys
Any memories or
favorite
anything
shows?
from the
Memories of
show?
anything, or
My favorite show is every show I was on.
My favorite show
Chips.
was
we have cream cheese.
Jimmy trying to open the
There's
chips.
just- Ass kissing Jimmy.
Oh!
Oh boy. What do you say about Goron and losing control? Did you want to pour, Greg?
Anybody want to bring anything? Or you all good?
They're
Good.
they're quiet.
Now they're
They're kinda-
quiet.
They just want
quiet.
to try the bottle. I think.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's the
Alright.
cue. But so you want to go ahead and
Yeah, let's do
pour
it.
that?
Let's do it for sure.
So and
Okay.
while you're doing
Are
that,
you done with your samples? Okay.
Yeah,
We got
while
it.
you're doing that, I
Look
do
at how
have
dry
We
they
got
are.
glasses. We got glasses.
I do have a couple of things we haven't mentioned.
Go ahead.
So how can we forget the show that wasn't? The power went out as soon as I hit
Oh,
go
my
live.
God.
Oh,
I remember that one.
Yeah.
we were right in the middle of the show starting, and it was
We
gone.
lost power.
We lost power.
And then the other show
Don't go there.
where Bob knocked the cord out the camera.
All right.
Couldn't do that
Whoops.
show.
Whoops.
How can you
Hey,
forget
we-
about
we
It
that?
bought-
wasn't on purpose.
We
That's
Bob
what
proofed
it
the
is.
camera.
And one of the
But
things
you know what? That was, in my personal opinion, that was probably the best thing that could ever happen. And I'll tell you why. Because it made us realize that we were unequipped. Does that make sense to you?
unprepared.
We were
for-
prepared, yeah.
We didn't have a
Yeah.
backup
We have an
plan.
audience
So-
member going
Oh, we
crazy.
have an
here.
audience member.
Audience member, yeah.
Live action.
That was funny. So one of the stories, and Bob, thankfully you were here that
What?
day, where I couldn't get through the horse soldiers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That was a touching one. Yeah.
That was very touching.
It was about the Afghanistan horseback army riders. So
Glencairn glass, please.
you guys had to finish that up for me because I was all choked up. I couldn't do that. And the Wild West Bourbon Fest.
That was a
That
great.
was-
Again, another one of the events that we went and did. That met a lot of great people at that one.
That's yours.
That was a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
fun. We did meet a lot of good people through that, and you know that's one of the good things about this show is that all of the friendships, and I know
Everyone good?
G hit on it in the beginning, that we've made through this,
Yeah.
doing this, and the people we've met. I mean, we could go on, and we are really, if it wasn't for all of you guys watching and giving us your input, it wouldn't be that fun. So.
It's you know, it's like I said. I go back to this. You know, there's a lot to do. People maybe people make fun of us or whatever they want to do, whatever, because maybe they're jealous or whatever the hell it is. But at the end of the day,
They think we're crazy.
Try,
Who knows?
try and do this, and then you call me and let me know how you're doing.
Yeah.
And we'll come over and watch what you do.
And and like Greg said, at the end of the day, it does take a little bit of work to do this, but it is a labor of love. It is fun. You do meet a better quality of people when you smoke a cigar and share a pour.
I agree.
I mean, it's a lot better than having a cigarette and a beer. So
Don't make fun of my beard now.
I'm not making fun of the beer. I'm
I mean,
just saying this.
you know, the reality is there's been some people. I know that Kurt ran into one a girl and her husband come walking by, and she says, "Oh, Whiskey Roundtable. That's Whiskey Roundtable show." Blah 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 blah. And then right. So you know, it's like people recognize when we were doing after the Western Fest or
Right.
whatever, and we went to what.
Noble Beast.
Noble Beast, the guy sits down next to me. I don't know the guy. No, I'm good. Thanks, Paul. And he sits down next to me, and I move over so he can sit in there, and he gets in there. And I'm at the bar, and we're just hanging out there, and he looks at me and goes, "Are you the guy from Whiskey Roundtable?" I go, "I am." He goes, "Well, I watched your show a few times." I'm like, "How'd you like it?" He goes, "I liked it." I was like, "Great, thanks, man." But boy, he goes, "I subscribed, I hit the like button, the whole 9 yards." It was cool. I mean, you don't know, people, even though it's stuff as simple as that, so to say. I'll never say that I'm a celebrity or whatever. I'm just not that person. And if anybody that knows me knows I'm not that person. So, but at the end of the day, it's cool that people recognize us, and that's a good thing. So, at the end of the day, but that just to put a smile on somebody's face for me or for them for me, at the end of the day, it's worth what we're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we're really not experts. We just know.
We know what we like.
We've picked up some tips and tricks from other people, and we just want to share them because in the end of it, it is a great hobby to have, as long as you treat it as a hobby, and that's what I like.
I hear you.
So,
How about the
Rob
hamburger?
Up North voted for his
Yes, he
favorite
did.
show,
What
and
do you got, North?
he said he votes for the Rum and Cigar Show with Dave.
yeah,
That was fun. That was fun.
That was that hungover Saturday.
Dave was so
Saturday
prepared.
and Sunday.
Dave came in so prepared for that show. He had his notes. He had his
He was a little nervous.
dissertation on everything,
He had
and
his jokes ready to go.
he came in and he says, "I'm taking over the show tonight," and he did a hell of a job. So props to you, Dave. That was a great
As
show.
Rayon does. Sometimes Rayon comes in and we'll get to the whiskey. I'm sorry, guys. Apologize. At the end of the day, what I liked about Ray and Ron is they would just show up here. They'd just come in on a cameo, and we came to set here, blah blah blah. The whole night. That's cool stuff, And we didn't have a guest at that point.
No.
We didn't have any
No.
guests. He just came down. He had his Pittsburgh Steelers outfit on. Do you remember that?
Oh
was
boy.
it Steelers or was it Lakers?
No, Steelers.
Was it? Okay,
Oh, boy.
okay.
He sat down right where his sidecar is and blah blah blah. And everybody's looking at each other. I was like, and he just starts talking. We just do our deal, man. It was fun. But
That's
that was
awesome.
the time that Ron and him were down here. Anyway,
Everybody got some Infinity?
let's go. We ready to hit this?
We do.
Let's
There
hit
you
it.
go.
Let's hit it.
Cheers.
Well, we got to do a nose on this one first, or we just gonna
Yeah,
sip?
well,
we gotta.
yeah, we can.
we
If you
gotta-
want to do the nose notes on that,
Yeah,
that's
let's
fine.
just see because it's.
I smell like 70 different whiskeys in here.
I do.
I just
too.
seriously, I get nothing but I get ethanol.
That's all I get.
I get ethanol and oak.
Yeah, that's
It smells familiar.
yeah.
Sounds like a new restaurant name. Ethanol and oak.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's not a bad idea.
Isn't that a group? Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, kids. I'm gonna dive
I don't
into this.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just ethanol on the nose. I mean, it's
Karen's nose must be better than mine because all I smell is ethanol.
tasty.
It's turning over many
Many
different
times.
flavors.
I'm gonna let that rest for a minute.
Yeah.
Did we do like the?
We shook it after
shake up?
every show,
Okay.
and we haven't added anything for a little while because we didn't. I think the last one we added was the harvest. Because
Did you add the rye to this?
No, we did not add the
Okay.
rye.
No, we didn't. We kept all the ryes out of it. We kept all the scotches out of it too.
Oh, we had one scotch in.
Did we put one scotch in?
Yeah, we put that one scotch.
That's what messed us all up.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we put the one scotch in there because it did not drink like the scotch.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
Oh,
yeah.
that's
That
right.
Because it
was
did-
the thing in Scotland.
Right.
The Royal
We have that
Liverpool.
bottle. We have that.
Royal
Yeah, because that one did not
Right.
drink like a scotch. It was very nice. It was like more of a single malt.
This
So,
one?
But I don't get any scotch out of it.
Mm.
No, I have it back here.
so I can run down some of the bourbons that we have in here. So we started with Horse Soldier. We have Ezra Brooks, Cask Strength, Traveler, National Barrel Company Single Barrel, Forbidden,
Right.
Woodford Reserve Batch Proof,
Comes out once a year.
Wolcott Rickhouse Reserve, Old Pecker.
Oh.
Pepper.
Okay.
Did we put the Henry McKenna? Yes, we did. Henry McKenna. Redemption Bourbon, George Dickel collaboration with Leopold Brothers.
Correct.
I hope we only put a little bit in that. Yellowstone Toasted,
Yep.
That was pretty good.
Koval Single Barrel Oak Whiskey, 3 Chords Buffalo Happy Hour.
That was you came. I regret opening that bottle. It was a one-time run,
You can't find them.
and it was with what's her name, the musician, the girl.
Oh, that's Neil Giraldo?
No.
Pat
Yeah.
Benatar's,
Pat
Yeah.
Benatar.
Pat Benatar's
That 3
guitarist.
chords
And it was-
Husband,
it
it's
was
her husband.
Cleveland.
based.
That's where she was living at the time.
Well, he's from Parma,
Or he's
yes.
from Parma, whatever. Regardless, but I wish I would have never opened that bottle. But boy, it was
You
a
can't
fucking
find
great
stuff.
bottle,
Once
man.
you open them up, you're like,
Yeah, I hear you.
we were that
But
Jack Daniels
it is
rye,
what it
remember?
is. Yeah, Jack Daniels
Ooh.
right.
Well, you know what? I would disagree with that. Opening a bottle that you wanted to keep, and it's always a good thing to open them up and empty them. That's what I find great joy in. Is we've shared that one, and that one will never be on the planet again. I kind of like that. It's like, okay, we've had that one. I like it.
So we do 2 now.
Yeah, we got to do. We got to do one to drink and one to keep.
Sometimes 3, because you drink 2 and you have 1.
I get a lot of things out of there.
I do too.
I get nice oak. I get a little wine in there. I get a little bit of dryness of the barrel, if you will, but it's not a barrel because it's glass, but it's got that dryness to it, and probably out of the bourbons, if you will. I get some caramel. I get a little hint of orange in it. And a little bit of coffee.
I got a little bit of vanilla, but what do I know?
I get cinnamon.
Yeah. Probably gonna mix
It's,
it.
it's hot to me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
spicy, but it's.
I wanted to bring my hydrometer to see what the proof was.
Oh,
I forgot to do that.
That's all right. No worries.
All of you are probably right in everything since everything is in there, and I haven't decided myself if it's good, bad, otherwise, my own personal opinion. But I will say, tastes a lot better than it smells.
Yes.
That is true.
Tastes a lot better than it smells.
I'm curious of what Rob says.
Well, that curiosity you can satisfy it very easily.
What?
That
That
Rob.
curiosity of tasting Rob's could be satisfied very easily by
Rob is
trying
more
it.
single barrels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he has in there. It's
Single barrel bourbon.
single barrel
And I
bourbons.
think
Okay.
whiskeys.
But this one here, I like this one. I mean, it is like
nice.
it's a solid, medium of the road, right up there blend of everything that we've done. It's right there in the middle. There's nothing outstanding, but there's nothing to really dislike about it.
And don't forget, kids, we're at a 50-50 with these bourbons. You know, we have this year we have done a lot of higher proof
Mm-hmm.
bottles than we did last year.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have that. So that
Yeah.
that ethanol that we talked about doesn't make me sneeze. It doesn't
No.
burn my nose. It doesn't do any of that stuff. It lets you know it's there. But at the end of the day, you get that spice. The bottle's a very long finish.
Yeah.
It's very good. So
I'm getting a lot of pear out of this one. That's where I'm pulling that one. A lot of like the Bartlett pear.
I get fruit out. There's fruit in it.
I mean, it's and a heavy oak.
Yeah,
the oak,
I
the oak
said
definitely.
it was kind of the oak. We
Yeah.
talked about
Definitely
that.
oak.
Yeah, but that's I mean
That's
it's,
the,
it's
that's
a good
the
pour.
number one, I would say.
Yeah.
I agree. So
So
what do you think, kids? Anybody got an opinion?
I'm liking it. I mean, it's a good infinity bottle.
It is.
All right, so why don't we start scoring this one then?
Sure.
See what we think.
I already got my score.
Go ahead then, G. What are you giving it?
I'm going 3-5.
Damn you.
Damn you!
That's what I said in my head too. So okay, that's my score too. 3-5.
Okay.
I think it's a good all-around average score.
Damn you both. 3-5.
Knock you guys down. 3 for me.
Okay. Kids, anybody? Anybody?
Solid 3,
Okay,
I think as well.
great.
3-3.
3-3 for Jimmy Chips.
3-6.
Oh, because it's higher proof?
You know, it's a
Me and
lot
him
of it's a
usually
lot of flavor,
catch
but
together.
it's a lot of flavor, but it goes away.
Yeah.
So it's a real tasty.
Me-
It has a lot of that middle flavor, that oak,
Mm-hmm.
that predominant oak right in the middle. When you first taste it, it doesn't do anything funny. Then it's this big, robust flavor, and then it tails off clean. It's a nice bottle.
And it feels good in the mouth. It's not hot. It's just got that nice
Right.
finish, so to say. And you and me have always, not most of the time, but a lot of times we always had the same score. I get.
I'm honestly very impressed by our panel here that can ascertain individual flavors because there's so much going on in my mouth. It's like my
That's what she
ADHD
said.
is going nuts. Like nothing's wrong. It's actually quite pleasant, but there's so much going on. For you guys to pick out individual flavors, it's pretty impressive to me. Because this is hard for me to do on this one.
Do you have the glass at home? The Glencairn glass? Do you have any Glencairn glasses?
No, I'm going to my glasses.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some though. Don't you worry.
No, you don't.
Don't you start with me.
I got 2 glasses for the take home.
So let's get Rob's bottle going.
Look
here.
at Ralph, like,
Ralph is like anxious on
he
this
wants
one.
to do that one.
Well, go ahead. You do the
Go ahead,
honors.
Robert.
No, you do it. You do it.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
while you're getting this one out, what I did is I took all of the different bourbons and whiskeys that we've tried this year
There's
and
a
threw them
full
on a
bottle.
spreadsheet because I'm the project manager and that's what I do. And I came up with what each of us picked as our highest, what was our highest scoring one for the year and what was the lowest scoring one for the year for everybody. So for G, you gave your highest score to the Loch Lomond, that one that you were just talking
Yep.
about. The Open 151 Royal Liverpool, you gave it a 4.8.
That bottle was $30. $30.
4.8 for $30. You can't beat it. Your lowest score, or should I go to the next person's highest
However,
score?
do high low. Let's stay with
We'll
G.
stick with G. G, your lowest one, you gave a 2.90 to the George Dickel collaboration
That I
with
could
Leo
believe.
That was
Brothers.
effing terrible.
Dickles.
I like Dickel,
Anybody-
but that
anybody?
Leopold Brothers,
I gotta tell you, Dickel
Was-
Tabasco was great with chicken wings.
Yes.
I used it in chicken wing sauce. It was awesome.
Dickel to
Basco.
Yeah.
really, I
Yes.
didn't know they made their own.
I made chicken
no,
wing
they had-
sauce with that. I'm giving out secrets now.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
You do make some good chicken wings and some
Those
good lasagna.
I use bourbon, whiskey, and chicken wings.
Are they true buffalo wings?
Yes.
Anybody?
Please.
So yeah, I just need to rinse my glass out.
And I've been to the Dickel,
The good.
and I was like, I just not a fan, but
So as far as moving this, sorry, Ralph. Just moving. My highest score went to Woodford Reserve Batch Proof. I gave it a 4.7.
I'm surprised because the way you fawned over Travelers.
Well, and Traveler I gave a 4.25, so that's not
Okay,
bad.
yeah,
but the
not
lowest scoring one for me was a 3.10, and I gave that to the Nashville Barrel Company, single barrel. You guys did not give it raving scores either.
I
Greg,
think-
you gave it a 3, and Bob, you gave it a 2.9.
Yeah, I think that was the one that we struggled to find something nice to say.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, it's on the left side of the room, which is the, hey, you're new to the round table, drink these.
So
Rick,
we're
you gave the Loch Lomond 4.8.
He gave it a
That's great
4.8.
bottle.
Yes.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
What'd you
was a
think
great
of it?
bottle.
It was a great bottle.
What'd you think of it?
$36.
I don't think I was.
Didn't I give you a bottle?
I don't believe I
Well,
was.
I think it maybe Rob. I
gave
went
me
back
C.
and bought 2 more bottles. I
Loch
liked it that
Lomond.
much.
Let's see who was there for that show. Robert, you were here for that show. You
Yeah,
gave
that
it
was
a-
his first show.
McKenna. He had the McKenna.
You gave it a
So
4.
This only comes around once a year. This in particular bottle, and you get it in Ohio, and it's a how do you call it?
It's the
Rioja?
British Open.
Finished
They're-
British Open,
Yep.
and it's a great bottle. So I'm the only reason I'm not giving this bottle away is because cousin Ernie, who got me on Loch Lomond, he says, "Gee, do not drink that bottle till I get into Ohio." I was like, "Okay." So that's probably going to go home with him.
Are
I
you
haven't
gonna
seen
let
him in a
Jimmy
long
try a
time.
little taste
If
of
he
it?
wants to try some.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Have you ever had it?
No, I don't. I've never had that
Phenomenal.
Loch Lomond.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll try it.
You're gonna have some. You're gonna have some.
So, and then Bob, your high score was a tie. You gave 4.5 to Red Spot, the Irish whiskey,
That was really good.
and also a 4.5 to the Wolcott Rick House Reserve.
I like that one too. Because that was another rare bottle. That was something I've never had before, and I know that was early on in our season here, and I really did enjoy that one. Those are two that Red Spot was something I'll probably never have again. And that Wilcott was just amazing. I loved
believe I was told by the guy at Wine Reserve, or what's
Wine Reserve.
no, the place down in Florida.
Oh,
just
Total Wines.
Wine. I think Walcott is basically Stag.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I liked Stag.
Yep. That's a nice bottle.
And Bob, you agreed with Greg on the George Dickel, but you went even lower and gave that one a 2.70.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
So yeah, and that one just so everyone knows,
Easily forgotten.
for the year that was the lowest average score from the table for the year with a 2.95.
Wait, what?
For the year, it averaged
Well, what
between the
was it,
three
the
of us a 2.95. It was a George Dickel collaboration with Leopold Brothers.
That looked bad.
Check the feed.
Check the feed. Check the feed.
Check the feed. Check.
This already smells
Bible
better.
Over Brews. We are the Bible Over Brews podcast, and even though we're newer, they've been podcasting since 2016.
I'm
You're
all
already
over
talking
it.
to them?
All over it.
Awesome.
Okay.
This one smells better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly my opinion. That is not a straight ethanol smell. I feel like I'm being treated.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
What?
Wait a minute.
You're
Treated
being
for
fond of
what?
me First?
Hey, now. When
married
something
man.
is
Ever
straight
since you
ethanol-
got married. Let me.
Train
listen,
tracks?
Greg,
Us.
I'm going to tell you.
Dear God.
Alright, what are we
Enunciate
doing?
your words properly.
You are stupid.
Oh, good lord.
Shoot.
Oh, that smells good.
Did we try this yet?
No,
I-
just trying to
I-
get,
let's
trying to get into
Let's
it.
get in. Let's get in. Let's get into it, kids.
It does smell
Oh, it smells heavenly.
fantastic.
Oh, it tastes good too.
Wow.
Well, that's a yummy.
Wow.
Damn you, Rob.
Up
Man,
north,
that's
up-
one
you
that
got
knows.
some
Up
Up
competition.
north, up north did it too.
Oh, that we
Oh,
got-
yeah.
we got competition.
Look
You
at
were
the
making fun of
legs
me.
You
on
didn't
this.
you didn't bastardize this one. This is a goodie.
Yes.
Ooh, Rob. Winner,
Oh,
winner.
Rob. Woo.
Winner, winner. Surf and
Come on,
turf
Rob.
dinner.
You know what?
All of our panties are wet. Let's
You
do
know what?
this.
He put Koval in this one. It's too sweet. It's Wisconsin.
Colors are about the same.
Yeah, they're both very dark.
It's a lot sweeter.
It is.
Oh yeah, it's a rye. It's a to me
It's-
like a rye.
Yeah,
like-
it's got a sweetness
See,
to
now
it.
that's what he would be. Is like a rye guy. That's
That
a
is-
that's a
He
Norton
doesn't even
thing.
like rye that much.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't
He's
have.
Scotch and
he,
bourbon.
he can't help it. He's an imitation.
I'm gonna let
He's
Seth-
an imitation guy.
I nothing bad, but I just got something that when I first tried it, I just want to retry it. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute.
You know, I'm surprised that the Infinity bottle from the Whiskey Roundtable, when I first tried it, a lot of flavors were rolling over each other. Where this one is,
There's a predominant.
it's just a long. To me, it's sweet,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just you don't get all of that different rolling over, which is a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's very smooth.
Simply complex.
You're right.
I mean, there's a lot going on with this one.
You're right. Now you know. There you go.
I've got all kinds of flavor in it.
Yeah, I got cherry, apple,
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
I've
bit
got
of.
a lot
I
of
almost like fig.
It was like a carnival in here. It was good though.
There's almost like a fig or a date
That's good.
sweetness to that.
What I did get into this, exactly everything you guys are saying, same thing. But the first splash in my mouth, you're gonna laugh at me. I've never
Just laughing at you for
experienced this.
splashing the mouth.
I've never experienced
Hold on,
this
he never
ever.
experienced this.
Okay, the first taste was just like water. It's like taking a drink of water. And then after that water, the carnival started up. It's very good. It's very good.
Everyone's
Wow.
going with their tongues down. It's like,
I'm
oh,
telling you, I'm not lying to you. That's just like, was that water?
What do you guys think of this one? Cheese, you got
It has like an astringent on your tongue, but the flavor just hits.
It's there and gone. And the
It's
flavor,
never too bright. It's just really balanced. It's really
it
nice.
is.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
very
great word.
But you
balance.
put it in your mouth, and I had a little bubbly on the tongue. Like it's pretty high proof, I think. But it really is very tame flavored for. I think if it's single barrels, you know it's got to be probably rolling up above 110 proof. But very nice, very.
It's very good.
yeah. That's
Which I would say is very interesting, Cheese, because the other one tasted hotter to me.
Yeah, there was a lot more flavor in the other one for sure.
A
This one
hotter
is
flavor.
Hotter, yeah, like that. The oak was predominant in the middle of the taste, where this kind of hits it. You
Hit it
feel
and
the
quit it.
alcohol on your tongue. Hit it and quit it. But the alcohol in your tongue, you feel it, but it's never like it's too hot.
don't you take that?
Nice drink.
If this is 110 proof, then I would be very surprised.
I don't
because
think it's that
I don't-
high.
I don't think it's that high at all.
I'm thinking like right around 100.
Everybody's palate's different.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, kids.
Yeah, but I think it's right around 100 because it's not as hot, if you will. It's not as peppery. It's drinking really, really easy. But it is a lot more mellow than the Round Table one.
Rob, if you have a list, I'd like to know what kind of bourbons.
His comment
Oh.
was it was very prominent Woodman's single barrel store picks.
Woodman's, is that a store?
Woodman's is
Liquor
a
store.
large,
Yeah.
kind of
He buys a lot.
retailer in Wisconsin and Minnesota, and I think Illinois.
He buys a lot of store.
And they have a very active, very accomplished liquor selection that I think they put a lot of effort into because it's a big liquor for a store. It's like a superstore, but they have a liquor store that's as big as most big liquor stores. They do a nice job, and it's very affordable.
Yeah.
Like Rob, I sent Rob a text. He said that he believes it's between 100 and 110 proof because everything was pretty much.
And he's pretty spot on.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, if we know Rob,
I know.
he
Rob.
deals with chemistry every day. I think he's got the proof dialed in.
Yeah, I think he's got it nailed. I mean, this is really good.
That's tasty. It's
Yeah.
very
It
enjoyable.
is tasty.
I like it.
I like it. I do too.
9.9.
Is that your final score?
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's.
That
rate
damn
it.
Russian judge.
Let's-
16.4.
You are stupid. Wait. What do we got on the scroll, kids? That's what I want.
I don't know. Everyone's
We've already,
gone.
we're caught up.
gone.
We're caught up on the scroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Hey, did Joris's shirt fit?
I'm sure it did.
He's gonna send a picture.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we got him too.
I
Hopefully,
love
he's
Joris.
yeah. Joris
I mean,
is.
he hung out with us the whole year, man.
Yeah,
The
that's
whole
awesome.
year.
Our
awesome.
Belgian
And the hours
buddy.
don't align
Yes,
that well.
sir. Yes, sir.
Also, want to thank Rico for sitting in a couple
Yes,
times because Rico did
absolutely.
come in a couple
Absolutely.
times and
Absolutely.
Fabio sat
yeah,
in.
Fabio, yeah.
Who's Fabio?
He's a friend of ours.
Okay.
You don't know him yet. So.
That's very true. I think. Can you be my
Nobody
friend?
knows his real name.
Will you be my friend?
Can you be my friend?
Will you be?
Will
Could you be?
My
Well,
neighbor.
should
My
be.
neighbor.
What was the guy that the country guy that did that? What was that? Was that
Mr.
We're
Rogers.
talking Mr.
Mr.
Rogers.
Rogers?
What
Okay.
a country.
He
was from
He's from
He
Pittsburgh.
was a
Oh, he was from Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
show.
Who was it?
Underwear-
Neverland.
underwear and,
It's from Pittsburgh,
underwear
yeah.
Fella from Pittsburgh.
You can be my neighbor.
That sounds like country. All right.
All right.
So we scoring these?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Let's get into this, kids.
Who wants to start?
Who starts? Who wants to start?
Cheese man.
4. Woo!
Suki,
look at you.
Suki.
Yeah, if that was available on the market, I'd buy it.
Yep, definitely.
3.9.
Ooh, 3.9.
I didn't try this.
4.
4.
4.
I buy it too. I agree with the figs. I mean, I'd
Figs or facts?
have another. I mean, that's great.
All right, who else?
Oh my.
Who else?
We
You know,
don't-
you know I'm tough on scoring, so I'm gonna do 3-3.
just because it's Rob.
Well, yeah, I can't. He's a Northerner. He's like, he's Canadian as far as
You
I'm
remember?
concerned.
He's Canadian.
Were you here for that, or maybe you weren't here? I don't think you had
Sorry,
that chair
Rob.
at the time. And every time Rob said Nort, or no, what did he say? Rob would say something.
Oh, what is that they say up
A?
there?
Wisconsin.
A.
Hey,
Hey,
A.
Oh, hey.
and you had to drink it. We were all hungover the next day, but anyway.
Hey.
Woo. All right.
So really, 3-3 is your
3-3
final
is good.
score.
Yep.
Okay. Who else? Who else? Who else?
All right, I'll go. I'm gonna give this one a 3.95. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right or something.
I'll go $1. No. 3.75. I like that one.
Wow.
It's a good blend. I don't, it's just really nice.
I'm going with the 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Going with the
Fabio,
4.
you didn't try it?
I didn't try it.
Would you like some?
No, I'm good.
Oh.
I'm still working on that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We
The
can
chip-
always add you. We can
Yep.
always add you.
Chip
Can
Judge
add you later.
refuses to
This.
give.
This one, I think I tried this. It was a 3-5.
There you go.
He didn't try that one.
Not that one, but I tried
You tried
the regular one.
The right, the one that we did. that we
Yes.
did, so, yeah. Yeah. And Rob scored those numbers as well.
Yeah, that was the French oak staved finish. You did give that a 3.5. Ralph.
Yep. Yep. And now 3-3 for me is good. I mean, that's pretty good. I'd
from
buy
New
that
York.
bottle.
He's from
He's,
up north,
he's got that.
New York.
He's got that desperation kind of. Nothing's quite as nice because he lives in New York.
He's a little bitter.
Taxes are high. It's great.
I love it. Eggs are $9.
9, is that all? When do you go get
Jeez
those?
Louise. Oh, that's funny.
We have to put an American flag up here somewhere.
You have to.
We have one right here.
No, I want everybody to see it. But anyway, all right, let's go.
Oh,
All right. Well,
What
don't know.
else?
what else do
What's
we
on the
got?
scroll? Anybody on the
that's
scroll?
well. We're just
We're
going there. I
caught
just
up.
asked anybody if they got any final thoughts for the next couple of weeks while we're going to be gone. Because we'll probably be back on the 12th, I think.
No, the 12th is a Sunday. So we're going to go after the 12th.
Okay.
All right. So our-
Second or third week of January.
Yeah, correct.
Third week.
We always take 2 weeks off. We
Okay.
take 2 weeks
At
off.
least
So,
2 weeks,
So
yeah.
the 12th. So it'll be
The 17th is
The
the
17th.
Friday.
So that's the third week. Does that make sense?
So we'll plan to come back on the 17th.
Correct.
As always, we do off-season meetings to try
Yep.
to come up with some great ideas for the next year.
Yep. And if you guys have any, email at the whiskey roundtable at gmail.com.
This is for sale, just so you know.
Yes, reach out to
Ralph.
reach out to us.
He's only selling his bottle for $1,000.
No. I went up 2,000. It's signed right here.
Oh, it's got the big G inscribed.
Very nice.
Scribble. Yeah.
Signature.
No, it doesn't say.
It's only had a
inscribble,
couple
yeah.
drinks
It's-
out of it, so
Where's the distillery?
Dark Arts,
Dark Arts is in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It's in
It's
Louisville.
a new distiller.
Yeah, it's only been around for about a year and a half.
Right.
The guy does amazing stuff. He just put out an agave too, an agave and a gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just because of the weird
Gin?
laws, we're not putting this on the website, or
Right.
we're not.
Right.
So it is completely word of mouth. If anybody would like to get it, reach out to us on Gmail or whiskeyroundtable@gmail.com. Call us if you have our number.
Right.
Very limited supplies.
going to my whiskey and cigar night on a Wednesday night in Buffalo, New York.
Nice, nice,
Not
nice.
that those guys even know what's going on half the time because they're old and decrepit. But sorry,
no.
Danny.
One guy.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna call it out.
I think we are. That's up to you, Greg.
All right, kids. Listen, guys and girls, thank you very much for the year. Appreciate you all. Joris, God bless you. You hung out with us the whole year. I love it. That's great. And I hope you like your T-shirt. And I know that the holidays are coming in, so please spend time with your family. And we'll see you on the 17th of January. Until then, I'm your host, Big G.
Merry Christmas, Karen Littleby.
Happy holidays, Bourbon Bob.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Ralph Sidecar.
All right, kids. Love you guys. Be safe.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Peace and love, as always.